Hello everyone. Hope you guys are doing pretty good, no matter what weather you're experiencing. I think some of us got a little bit of rain last night. That was nice. But wherever you are, I hope you're doing really well. And using the Radiant Rider-Waite and my special little astrological glyph deck. This is the health reading only, health only for Cockroach Donnie. Cockroach Don, the Demented Con. Thank you, Crystal, for that name. Cockroach. Yeah. Like the things that won't die. Oh, God. That's the first thing I thought of. Oh, anyway. Sunday, August 17th, 2025. Only the truth. What's going on with his health? Okay. Ooh, all right. So the forces in motion for the entire day show that he has liver problems, joint problems, gout, blood sugar issues, and most definitely high blood pressure. His biggest challenge for the day, coming in like doubly reversed, doubly challenging, with the 7 of... Oh, hello to the kitties, first of all. Forgot, I'm so sorry. With the 7 of Wands coming through reverse, because it's Mars in Leo, this could possibly be a stroke. This could be, because all the energy is moving downwards instead of it being in the heart and the core and pumping throughout the body. It's all on the head. So this is one of my cards for strokes and brain problems and heart issues, of course, because Leo rules that area. It can be, so brain problem, sometimes it's a spinal problem or an injury, especially if you're in a battle, kind of a thing. But for him, I feel really that to narrow it down to heart and stroke brain issues. I mean, that works, I think, the best for him. It is also a card if you're studying the health issues. It is a card for STDs, but I absolutely love everyone's take on what they think it is. I so appreciate it, but the guy's a germaphobe, and he's had doctors all his life. I don't think he's ever gone without medical care. And the first 4 years he was, in his first regime, he had his doctors. They didn't tell the truth. His doctors will never probably tell us the truth, but I don't think that that's his main issue. I think it's his heart and hardening of the arteries, and he may have congestive heart failure at some point with all the swelling that's going on in his ankles, right? Because everything is up in his head. He doesn't let his emotions flow and clear and process through, so that's what we get. Okay, now in the morning, so these first 2 up here for the morning, and so what we have with the 10 of Pentacles reversed, ruled by Mercury in Virgo. When it comes to health issues, this is somebody who has the best health care, but it could also be a big health event. With coupled with the Queen of Cups, this is pretty much a card of feminine body parts, but I'm going to have to say that this might be somebody in his life especially his family. And Ivanka is a Scorpio. So maybe there's, but then also too, you know who else we've got in that area, or in his life. We've got Pam Bondi. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to say. It's all I can say is this is just when it's upright. It's somebody psychic. It should be somebody pretty psychic and caring and nurturing. I don't know. I mean, if it were reversed, I'd have a much bigger spin on it. But I feel like it has to do with. I really feel like it's Ivanka. It's very possible that he's so bad that in the morning, Ivanka visits him. And maybe there is a huge, event in the Washington, and the, what do you call that? Well, no, actually it's the weekend. So he's probably at Mar-a-Lago or Bedminster or Doral. So there's that. But and again, I think he's probably at Bedminster. Yeah. Okay. So noontime or midday, whatever time that is for him, because we have the Nine of Cups reversed and the Ace of Swords reversed. The Nine of Cups reversed Nine of Cups. Yeah, I was thinking Nine of Wands for a second. Nine of Cups reversed is it's our gluttony card. It's also a card of drugs and alcohol and liver problems. Jupiter in Pisces in the reversed, issue. So yeah, another card that relates to high blood pressure. And then with the Ace of Swords reversed, this could be surgery. It could also be. Well, yeah, because I'm sticking with health. Most of all, I would say confusion for sure. So on the least, at the least, it's memory loss and confusion, and angry. Words could be something that he writes. That's angry, but it's because his health is really having a hard time. Like somebody that's just really has to win, and they've got this need to be right and have the last word. Yeah, nice try. And then later in the evening, oh my goodness. Oh boy. Okay. So evening time, we have the Knight of Cups. Now, with the Knight of Cups, this is, when it comes to health, we're in the lymphatic system, and somebody who's really exhausted and who has hidden addictions, so things he's hiding from his doctors. And then with the Knight of Swords coming in really fast, this could be somebody trying to rescue him. This could be a younger doctor. But you know what else it could very well be is problems with him, because this is, it's Mars in Aquarius. This is a card of air travel, especially the departures and arrivals at airports. But for him, it would be more like his, takeoff and landing. And it really causes problems with his lymphatic system. It's making it even harder for him to get those ankles, get that under control. Yeah, interesting. But it rules the arms and the shoulders. So, it's correlation. The correlations in there of the nervous system too, the movement. The way the nervous system just does its own thing for us. We don't have to think about it. But if he's having problems in other areas, he may very well be having trouble with his arms, or at least a shoulder or something. So anyway, let's keep going. So later in the evening, middle of the night, this is not the time that he should be up, but he is. So, maybe he's still recovering from the jet lag, I don't know, from Alaska. But the Knight of Wands is, maybe it is travel, because maybe he does have to get up and go back to, or maybe he's, headed back to Washington, D.C. That may very well be the case, because this is a travel card. But when it comes to health, when it's upright, it's still just, majorly, it's just not grounded. It's, it's raring to go. It's somebody who's impulsive and, very competitive. And then with the, when it comes to health, with the, so Mars and Sag, it's just, with the Knight of Wands, there's just that energy to just go, go, go. I mean, we have 2 knights here, 3 knights here, and 1 reversed. That's not good. That is because the knights are movement oriented already. So they're already, like this one's fire and water, this one's fire and air, and then we've got fire and fire here. It's too much. Too much. He's always doing too much. Because if he sits still and goes silent and tries to go inside, he's haunted by demons. Right? Okay, so with the Chariot coming through, this, when it comes to health, this is his genetics, his stomach, his chest. It's not reversed, so I can't say anything other than that. Unless it's one of them is Air Force One, but I'm supposed to stick with health. But maybe there's something that happens, because there is. I keep telling you guys, and I hope. Oh yeah, that's right. Because I just have a bunch of new subscribers, so I have to say, I have to repeat, and I don't mind doing that. He has a medical center within the White House. I think the west, right there by the West Wing. He also has a mini surgical unit within Air Force One and within Marine One. So whether he's on a helicopter or a plane, he's got his needs met. He has his needs met here. And then this could also be the beast. This could be the vehicle that he travels around in. The one you saw Putin in. But yeah. Okay. Well, let's see what's at the bottom. All right. 7 of Cups. He's out of options. And yeah, where's my hair? So when it comes to health in the 7 of Cups, because it's Venus in Scorpio, he's, like I said, out of options, and maybe some reality is setting in for the whole day that he's and maybe he's trying to get kind of sober. Maybe he's having for the whole day, oh my God, what have I done, kind of thing. But it's also a card of poisons and serious infections. Because Venus is could be sweet things, and then Scorpio can be something that bites you in the butt. But there could also be poisons. And who's this Earth sign woman? If I were to go just with the health card with the Queen of Pentacles, this is his nervous system and his digestion. Also, it rules the skin and the hair and the fingernails. But so I would say there could be poisons he's received either from an earth sign woman or via his food, and it affects his nervous system. poisons that affect his nervous system. We have nervous system things here. I mean, it's, yeah. This is really interesting to have 2 queens and 3 knights in one spread. So, but yeah, no dirt nap cards, but this isn't good. That's not good at all. So we'll just keep going and we'll see. And next I'll do the reading on his, what are his plans and actions and what's happening to him. Okay, take good care, you guys. Bye.